Welcome to Poetry with Shing. The poem that we are going to discuss today is Grandfather. Please get your poem in front of you before we begin. For today, we have two sub-questions to address. The first question is, what is the speaker's attitude towards his grandfather? The speaker looks up to his grandfather and treats his grandfather like a role model. The speaker also loves his grandfather. The speaker looks up to his grandfather and treats his grandfather like a role model. The speaker paints his grandfather in a good light, as the speaker compares his grandfather to a paddy stalk. Once green, easily bent, he grew with age, aged to ripened toughness, to resist anger, misfortunes of stricken years, with dignity unpersuaded. The speaker praises his grandfather through these lines, as he portrays his grandfather to be flexible when young, as connoted by the color green and easily bent, symbolizing the freshness and agility of youth. As his grandfather ages, he came to be of ripened toughness, symbolizing his hardness and unwavering resilience, and became brave to overcome misfortunes of stricken years with dignity unpersuaded, signaling how his grandfather was never beaten by the numerous hardships he faced. The last stanza reveals the speaker's admiration for his grandfather as he spoke of the good qualities of his grandfather, thus showing how he looked up to the latter. In addition, the speaker loves his grandfather. The speaker admits that the 76 years beneath his eyes burst like rain, flood his earth with desolation, showing that the extent of love of the speaker to his grandfather. With 76 years behind him, the speaker is saddened that his grandfather might leave him soon due to old age, as connoted by the word choice of desolation. The speaker's sadness reveals his close relationship with his grandfather. Yet, the speaker is happy for his grandfather for having lived such a long life, as the 76 years beneath his eyes burst like rain. In the context of this poem, rain is something that is beneficial for the harvests, and often there are rain festivals to celebrate the coming of rain. Hence his grandfather's age is a momentous idea that is worth celebrating, and the speaker is happy that his grandfather was blessed with longevity. Furthermore, the speaker's love for his grandfather takes the form of being affected by his grandfather's emotions. The speaker says he wears the imprint of his grandfather's form whenever without his grandfather's laughter. This line not only points out the speaker's resemblance to his grandfather, but also how the speaker is unhappy when his grandfather is not, hence revealing the large influence his grandfather has over him and his love for his grandfather. Overall, the speaker is portrayed to harbor admiration and love towards his grandfather. Now moving on to our second sub-question. How has the poet used language and imagery to convey a striking portrayal of the grandfather? The poet uses language and imagery to convey how the grandfather is down to earth, and is firm in his beliefs and unafflicted by concerns that might typically consume others with worry. The grandfather is a down-to-earth man. He walks the bunch of seasons, plowing, sowing, and harvesting years. The imagery of walking the bunch of seasons reveals the long duration that the grandfather has been a farmer, and the listing of plowing, sowing, and harvesting supports the idea of his being hard at manual labor, connoting how he is simple in way of life and practical. Thus, he is a down-to-earth man. The grandfather is firm in his beliefs. Gods boarded him, but temples missed his sacrifice is a key indicator of the fact that despite the weather occasionally being unfavorable to his farming occupation, which is blamed on the gods, he remained staunch in his beliefs of not worshipping gods, as temples missed his sacrifice. In addition, his staunch beliefs have followed him throughout his life, as he aged to ripened toughness, to resist anger, misfortunes of stricken years, with dignity unpersuaded. The vivid imagery of the grandfather's toughness connotes his unwavering belief for what he stands for, and his resilience in the face of misfortunes of probably drought-stricken years, since the grandfather occupies himself with farming-related activities. Furthermore, the hot stares of the gods do not persuade him, as he stands by his own beliefs of the inexistence of gods, and lives life with dignity even into old age. Even the fierce stares of divinity do not waver his strong beliefs, showing that he is firm in his beliefs. The grandfather is unafflicted by concerns that may typically consume others with worry. In drought-stricken months, he wears old age as lightly as his beard. His smile transcends, revealing how in times of crisis, such as an impending bad harvest without sufficient water, the grandfather remains unconcerned and seemingly unaffected by it. Bad harvests mean lack of food, and is a common cause of worry for farmers when there is a lack of rainfall, but not for the grandfather, showing how he is unafflicted by the common worries that plague others. The grandfather also spent his years spacing out in paddy fields, unfolding particular nuances, lack of attainment. Spacing out connotes a sense of relaxation and comfort that the grandfather might experience living in the farms, and there is a feeling of stillness and calm as the grandfather reflects over his past and lack of successes in the past, as connoted by unfolding. Unfolding also suggests a walk down memory lane, and it conveys the idea of the grandfather aging gracefully as he does not regret past actions but instead calmly mulls over them. The grandfather's feeling and attitude of calm solitude and lack of concern over things that may trouble others truly shows his wisdom that comes with age and brings a striking portrayal of him. The grandfather is an experienced and wise figure that is a reflection of the beauty of aging. While ageism still permeates society today, it is crucial that everyone gain greater understanding about how aging has its own beauty, and having wisdom and experience and the ability to sit back and watch the world carry on bustling is truly a treasure to be savoured by the aged. Want another poem to be analysed? Comment below.